owns a Porsche. You bothering you?
Only for the last 20 years. It's chicken pie for tea, Squeal.
Nice car.
Mine's in the garage.
How long have you got?
PTA meeting and yoga till 6.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. I love you, Ruby.
I know. Katya?
You better go.
It's Trina! Just tea in there. Does Mum know where you've been?
Shannon! Don't you dare go up those scrubs!
Mum, I'm only with Becca and Katya.
Shannon, I mean it! I thought you were going to say something. She's running wild.
She's only a kid.
With a big love bite on her neck, if you look this morning. Naive's your middle name.
She knows the curfew. I will talk to her.
The pigs might fly.
What?
You missed a bit. Guess who I saw today? That Trina Lavery.
Trina?
Yeah, there's a blast from the past.
Look at me. What are you doing with that still up? Please, Anne. Dad really loved that car. You won't be doing much juggling with hands like that. So what were you doing?
I fancied chips. You had a row with Roy?
Can't I visit my mother when she's sick? I'm here now, aren't I? For as long as you need me.
You look like you're eating him.
Go on then, your turn. You not been home?
Mum don't want me in late.
Andrew, you coming?
Do you want to go on the swing shanty?
I'll tell Mum. Becca?
No. Your mum's probably too busy to notice anyway.
Oh, Kat, I'll buy you chips on the way home.
I just wanted to visit her. Will you try and understand? She's my mother. 4 minutes in the microwave. Roy, I'll call you. Yeah. Tomorrow. You too. Oh, you've got some new ones.
The one with the buggy eyes is little Roy.
Can you get yourself to bed or shall I? Used to be you doing this for me.
Doing it all wrong.
Oh, give me a break. You dragon.
Didn't I ever tell you that men don't know what side their bread's buttered? It's not worth breaking up a marriage for.
It was nothing. It's just some little work placement we had in. I don't think they even... It's not that, I wanted to come home. Someone has to look after you. Oh, Mum, isn't it about time you gave some of Dad's stuff to Oxfam? I'll take them if you won't.
Your mother's gonna go ape.
At least I used the front door.
Hey. You look like a tart. Shannon. Don't walk up when I'm talking to you.
Useless. Katya. Catty. Baby, I'm sorry. Open the door. Come on, open it. I said, come home with her, didn't I?
hurts the most is we all thought they'd caught the man who did it. When you lose your best friend like that, you hope the police will at least get that right. Then 10 years on and bam. They say sorry, made a mistake, and let him out. I can't still be crying about it now, but I am. Pulled my ass out in a bloody supermarket the other week. If I knew why, maybe I could do something about it. It's, not as if it's like me.
Well, I could arrange for you to talk to someone, Mrs. Park.
Lavery, my married name is. No, I'm making conversation.
Even so,
No, it's my mum I came to see you about. I've been thinking about getting a part-time job here, if you think she needs me.
If it's money you need,
No, I saw your ad down the calf. I'm looking after Mum at the moment, but once you've sat her in front of the telly, there's not a lot else. I was just looking for a fill-in. A few week suits. I do all the bookkeeping for our own business. We're opening a new plant in the spring, my husband and I.
I heard you were doing well. This isn't for you, Trina.
We're having a bit of time apart at the moment. I just need to do something. Oh, go on, Joe, take a punt. I was good before.
Go on then. 2 afternoons a week, but only as a fill-in.
You're a star. What's Bernard Cleve still doing here?
Hey, you Doc! Did anyone ever tell you? You're 20 years too late for work.
So anyway, the big bus lane says to the little bus lane, now you want to watch him, he's a bit of a
Psychopath!
Well, thank you, the smart ass at the front.
Where'd you find him?
Quick save, I got 10% off.
Just for a refund?
No soil good for me.
Hey, pop a double in that for a squeal. Yes. Lightweight, it's only gone 6.
How do you still do this, Mo?
Keeps you young. Some of us can't afford the facelift.
Amazing what you can do with a bit of slap. Doesn't change much, does it? Bernard Cleve's still working here. How do you do it? Work alongside him like that?
You just do. No one's forgotten Lisa Ann. He knows that. But we've all got to eat. When his conviction was chucked, what else were we meant to do, eh?
Is her mum still around?
She moved away years ago. Kids still play on the scrubs. Drive squeal mad if he finds Becca down there. No one's forgotten. But if I'm honest, I never liked Lisa Ann anyway. Honest, would I? She almost got my squeal.
Well, you're the one who got a ring on her finger.
You always stuck up for Bernard, you know, when the rest of us thought he was a bit...
What?
I don't know, just a bit...
We were kids.
It's not much cop for the expensive stuff, is it?
Do you think I can still trash your man at home?
It's stupid.
If you can't be trusted to stay at home with a babysitter, then you're going to have to wait in the car.
If Mum's my teacher anyway, then why do you need to go? You get at home all the time.
To see your other teachers.
Maybe I should do your school report. Show your Mum.
Shannon, I'm your dad.
Human biology. Bet you're good at that. Or physical education.
Look, I know you're only angry because you're hurt, love, but...
I'm nearly 13.
Ooh, a grown-up.
What? Like you? I could tell her.
She's doing very well. Who are you going to go and see now?
We're going to see the maths teacher.
They won't teach her.
shouldn't be any problem there.
And she's taken the last yellow. Now. Yes. We'll have another white wine and a brandy chaser, please, Scrum-a-tonic.
You did something funny with them balls, you.
You like this again?
Do you want another drink or what?
Yeah, I thought Rubes was coming down, and you've had enough.
You take your teeth out when you see that, I'll give you a kiss. Trina's got another round to go yet.
Do you want a break or shall I?
She's always been good at English. With Andrew, it's more sports, but Katya, English. I'm really glad she's good at that. You just worry, don't you?
That was the same with Shannon. Terrible teens. Parents' worst nightmare. I wouldn't want either of them to go astray. Sorry. Why don't you take care of your family and I'll take care of mine, okay?
You're to leave me alone.
I love you.
You're not married to me.
Come on, Trina. Come on. You ever thought you had a professional?
At least the matches are rigged.
You still admit that you beat him.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Ruby?
What the hell are you doing here?
How long have you known?
How long's a piece of string? When you stopped wanting to sleep with me, you suddenly did. You stayed late at work and for once you bought me flowers.
That obvious?
That's how you tell it's an affair. That's how they do it on the telly.
I love her.
Don't bother coming home tonight.
Shannon.
Come on, Kat, I want to go. Hold on. Come on. Wait. Oh, come on, I'm going. Come on. Your dad will kill you. He'll have to catch me first.
Parents' evening. I'll kill her. Does she say anything to you?
You should have got a letter. Mine both brought a letter out.
I'll throttle her.
You wrote a sick note saying your mother had died that time in RE.
It was touch and go with the flu.
She's down them scrubs.
Don't go getting Mardy. You're too pissed.
Yeah, it's called being concerned. All right, now leave it on the latch. See you in the morning, you mad bird. Cheer up, ducks.
Squeal, don't.
She'll be with that bloody Shannon McAvoy.
Oh, it's only one school report. Andrew's doing fine.
At least she's good at English.
Yeah, at least she's good at that, eh?
Come on, sup up.
Shannon, it's my turn now.
You cut my lip.
No, I haven't, you baby. Becky, you do it. You can feel it in his trousers.
Get lost.
They just tickle it.
We're going. I'll tell your dad.
And what will he do? Give your mum a poke?
I want to try with him. Give us a go again.
Becca! Becca, where the hell are you?
It's your dad. Let's get out of here. Quick. Come on.
Let's go for a little walk. Under the moon of love. Let's sit down and talk. Under the moon of love. I wanna tell you that I love you, and I want you to be my girl. Oh, let's walk, let's talk. Under the moon of love. Under the moon of love.
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock sharp.
You staying long, Trina?
Never really left home.
I've missed you.
See ya.
Won't want to be ya.
Ruby? Oh, you gotta let me in. I can't go back now. I can't ever go home. Ruby, do you realise what you've done to me? Do you?
Oh, love. You want a cup of tea?
Roy?
Just come to see when you're coming home.
Ruby.
Joe.
Look, I can't not be with you,
Yeah,
please.
it's cold. It's Shannon. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was going to bring you on with Mum's.
It's a bit early for you.
Oh, there's a lot to do. I want to get Mum ready before I go out. I'm starting a new job today.
You what?
Office work. 2 afternoons a week at the pot bank. Close your mouth or you're catching flies.
I need you at home. The business needs you.
The business will do fine without me.
What's got into you? If it's about that girl, Suzanne, nothing happened.
I know.
Then why are you making excuses? You don't need to do this.
I want to. Don't you see? I want to be here. I don't know why, I just do.
And what about us?
And you're here on your own, yeah?
Yeah.
Stay around, will you?
Will I get money for this?
She's being badly hidden, and there are several head wounds. Apart from that, she's in good shape. There are no obvious signs of sexual activity yet, but...
Okay. Okay, Sam. Right, let's rule out the family. Then I want a full brief of all on licence in the area. See if we've got anyone working directly in the factory or in the neighbouring community who's got kiddie links. And go back a bit, go to 78 or 79. There's another girl found here.
Lisa Ann Croft was already on the radio.
Nice to know someone knows what he's doing. Give us a shout if you like, call.
Second time's easier. When's it due?
Last Tuesday.
Will someone at least give us a ciggy?
Yeah. Mrs. McAvoy, did she have any friends? You know, someone she might have talked to? Perhaps you better talk to your husband, eh?
Someone has to identify him. Identify her.
There you go. They found her on the scrubs, you know. Could have been mine. We were playing together just last night. On the scrubs. Yeah.
In whatever way we best can. This may mean that in the next couple of days, those who've known Shannon may be asked to talk to the police. Don't be alarmed by this. I want you to feel free to talk to your form teacher or any member of staff. Shannon's death is going to be shocking and upsetting for us all. But we must be on hand to answer any of the officers' questions.
That for us?
Perk of the job. Where do you want it?
Want it there.
Still pointing towards a sex attack, sir. Forensic scene. Found traces of semen on a skirt.
Right. Right, we'd better get the dad to make an appeal.
Pete, if you've got a moment, that woman who called earlier has come in to see you.
Okay.
Do you see I'm Murray? Trina Lavery. We think we can put him away for good this time. Lisa Ann was my best friend. A little bit older than me. 16. And dead cocky. Probably would have been a right cow if she'd lived, but she was everything you wanted to be. She made a joke, you laughed. She wore a dress, you wanted it. And walk in a room with her anywhere, like a disco or even a bus. And all the blokes are eyes like this, and I'd be left hanging. I grew up with her, in and out of each other's houses.
Trina.
So I haven't thought about her for years, that's what's so funny until...
Trina, I made a mistake.
I can't trust you. Suddenly I can't. Need a bit of time. Go home, Roy.
Nothing happened. I didn't mean to hurt you.
But you did.
Is there someone else?
Mr. Blake, come through.
A community was still in shock today after the brutal murder of Shannon McAvoy, a 12-year-old girl and pupil at Joseph Wright School. The wasteland where Shannon was found was a favourite haunt of dog walkers and local children. It was the same murder 20 years ago when schoolgirl Lisa Ann investigating officer DCI to draw conclusions. Comparisons are already being made. Murray reassured the public today that he would leave no stone unturned. Those passing through the Stoke-on-Trent area, as well as those who've known Shannon. Her death is not only a tragedy for her family.
She's not talking much. What did they ask you?
What I was doing out of Scrubs last night. Trying to find my own daughter. What a mess, eh? I don't know why they don't just bring that bastard in and have done with it.
She's got to give a proper statement tomorrow. Will you take her or shall I?
I'm an early shift. What? What?
Whoever finds the end of the rainbow will find.
You're going grey.
Bernard, you were seen on the Scrubs.
I was walking my dog. I sat down while he had a run around. Have you seen the view from up there? You get all 5 towns.
6.
I'm obviously not looking hard enough.
How long did you sit there, Bernard?
Are you charging me?
What is it, eh?
Is it sweets for the kids? You got favour?
If, in any proceedings where the prosecution proposes to give in evidence a confession made by an accused person, it is represented to the court that that confession was attained by oppression, the court shall not allow the confession to be given in evidence against him. I thought we'd left police corruption behind with Bodie and Doyle. 10 years inside is a long time. I'd hate to see you lot cock it up again.
Yeah, okay. It's getting a little bit boring now, Bernard. I'll make you a cup of tea.
I didn't kill her. You're looking for some sick bastard, and I'm still top of the list.
I will need to take a swab. Well, for the moment, Bernard, you're probably safer in here than you are out there.
I'm touched by your concern.
Get back to it. Get a move on, come on. Come on, have a round.
Now, we've printed out a list of employees, but it's only going to affect the males of the company. Freddie's worked it out alphabetically, so if you could all work round your shifts, no slacking off. It's only a bit of spit, but if we can help the police any way we can.
The funeral's Monday.
I can cover you. Freddie and Michael have shown me most of what's to be done, so go home. There must be stuff to organise.
I'll get one of the lads to drive you.
They even want a test from me.
Find someone who can drive the van. Take Joe home. Okay, Michael. Hey, you're due down station before 3. You're after Beaumont on list.
Get your pants on, Freddie, love. You crocodile style or single file. I just get shot of this lot, Joe. What's your back, mate?
Half a face was missing. You could see her brain live. No, not just this one.
Andrew. Rubes, I can always take your two up the station if you're busy.
Oh, no, I want to be there.
We were playing on the rope swing, and I wanted to go home. I don't like the dark. Mum doesn't like me up there late.
And do you remember what time it was?
It was late. Shannon said she wanted to stay. She was in a mood, because she'd had a row with her dad. Then Becca's dad called for her. She was shaking, and I said, "Come on, you've got to go." There was someone in the bushes.
And did you see his face?
No.
Now they can do just one test and it'll tell them who did it.
Do you really think, Bernard?
Newspapers keep bringing up Lisa Ann. Keep mentioning her. Tossers.
Do you still think about her?
We were only 16. Do you ever think it were me, Joe? It's all right, you wouldn't be the first. Police said as much when they questioned me. Did you? How could I have done it, eh? I don't think I ever loved anyone as much in my life. I'll get you another.
Bastard played with her. They found on a skirt. They found and I was asleep in the fucking car.
I know what you're going through.
Your Becca's still alive.
S. Blake. Mr. S. Blake.
That's my husband.
Can you tell him to turn up on time?
Come on, love.
Extra brownie points, you keep going like this?
Do you want to lock up?
Some of us start at 5 in the morning.
I'll catch you up. Freddie, I'm on my way. Freddie?
You told the police I was on the scrubs.
Freddie?
He's locking the store warehouse. He'll be a few minutes yet. In 1980, I was jailed for the murder of Lisa Ann Croft. The body was bruised and badly beaten.
Freddie?
The murderer was believed to have smoked filter-tipped cigarettes because a number of stubs were found near the body next to cartwheel tracks. This was before DNA testing, but short, mousy blonde hairs were also found on her garments. A strong aftershave, possibly cologne, was noted about her person. I didn't smoke back then. My hair is black. I failed my driving test twice, and I have never used aftershave in my life. I didn't kill her then, and I haven't killed Shannon now. Trina, I couldn't have. Someone did it, but it wasn't me. I won't go back to prison again. I won't.
It's just a day off work for me. You holding me in here is just another chance for conversation. So what should we talk about? I'm quite good at this, Murray. I mean, a child's been murdered, but if you fancy a chat, I'm your man.
You smart ass. Pete, phone. Your wife. Her water's broke. It's fine. It's fine. You're right, it's fine.
It's junk.
That was his favourite.
What are we keeping it for? What is the point in keeping old things? There is junk everywhere. There's bottles wedged under the bath. Is it any wonder I don't come home? Look at you. Here, will you just give it here? Sit down and I'll do it for you.
I'm not a baby.
They're frozen peas.
Tastes all right to me.
It's 5-2, Becca!
Any clean cakes?
I haven't finished washing this last lot yet. Squeal, you missed that thingy at the police station.
Yards with Joe. The bastards are even testing him. What? I told Joe to do the same. Ignore it.
I don't want her walking on her own.
Becca! Ah! Becca! Becca! Chuck her some trousers, will you? Try and catch her.
Kept your mouth shut. You're scared. I'm not. I tell you, I'm not.
Where did you find that?
You, Joe, Mo, Squeal, me. It's me, Sarah. Bernard.
My hair.
See, Bernard looks just like the rest of us.
But he's not.
Oh, no. We've not spent 10 years inside. Just makes you think.
Of what he did. You've forgotten that?
No. Of course not.
And you ask us how we work with him.
Told your mum anything? No. You don't, all right? Then he'll leave us alone. Andrew says we'll say nothing and then we'll be all right.
It's really important that we emphasise Shannon's positive qualities. It's a technique, you know, it's a means to stir a possible confession from a suspect or an informant. But, I mean, she did look like a lovely girl.
Well, the teen's meant to be the worst.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to introduce you to Mr. Joe McAvoy, Shannon's father.
Shannon was a lively girl, with the whole of her life ahead of her. We just can't believe this has happened. If you told us this would happen, we just... words can't describe it. It's your worst nightmare. I'd like to say thank you to everybody for the cards and the flowers. I'd ask if anybody has any information that may be useful to the police, would they come forward? Whatever. Anything if they saw somebody or whatever. It's your worst nightmare. And that's why people say that. Because it is.
Police are hopeful that this appeal may uncover fresh evidence and possible witnesses which could lead to an arrest. Outpourings of public support for the family have been overwhelmed, in a crime which has touched the heart of every parent. Police are still unable to confirm or deny that there is any connection between this murder and the murder of another girl, Lisa Rand's murderer was convicted, would have to serve a 10-year prison. It is thought that he is back in the community and that he knew Shannon McAvoy. DCI Murray, who leads the investigation, was unavailable for comment.
Yeah, special services tapped into their supply.
You got kids?
Yeah, I got two. Second was born last night. £7 12 ounces.
It's a good weight. Would you leave your child waiting in a car by themselves? I was only going to be 20 minutes. A tricky girl. Buggered off. She did things like that. I slept in my car. The wife didn't want me back tonight. I'm having an affair. I don't know what to do. What do I do now?
That should have been done last night. Becca.
Mummy, stop going on.
I'm coming to get you. I'm coming right there, right. And back you go again, and then I'll get you again. Where you got that? Be careful.
All right, love. There's nothing you're not telling me, is there? If you did see who it was. Sometimes it can help if you pray.
It doesn't.
Your dad thought you were Harry Belafonte in that jacket. I bet the two of them are up there having a right old time.
Hands washed. Can you get that jam out of our Stephen's hair? Your gran's waiting for the boys. Where's he going?
Let us commend our sister Shannon McAvoy to the mercy of God, our Maker and Redeemer. Heavenly Father, by your mighty power you gave us life, and in your love you have given us new life in Christ Jesus. We entrust Shannon McAvoy to your merciful keeping, in the faith of Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord, who died and rose again to save us, and is now alive and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, in glory forever. Amen.
If you got something to say, love, then say it. There's nothing to be scared of. Your dad will always look after you.
Was it the man at the factory?
Bernard.
Where's your husband? Did he not come back to the house? He's just finishing off some business at work.
Right, Trina.
I'll do it.
Joe, leave it, pal. Let a finger on him with Scotland. Leave it.
Shit.
Get out. I'm sorry, Trina.
It'll be extra for the dog. I don't want him here. I want him out of my house.
You don't have to talk as if he's not here. It was just for last night, okay? You'd seen what they'd done to his flat. Toast all right?
Thanks.
He's a monster.
Bernard. His name is Bernard.
Bernard is wanted by the police.
I know. They used to call us the Magnificent Seven.
She's right. Your mother's right.
Wrote it on the back of the photo.
Trina.
Look, you can't stay. It's not because, well, whatever she may say. I don't think that you're,
A monster. It's nothing new. I live with it. It's a nice snap of the two of you. With your dad.
You have to go to the police, Bernard.
Will you come with me?
No.
Will you just get off your fat arse, get dressed and do something? Life has to go on, Squeal.
It's aiding and abetting, Trina.
It's one night kipping on a sofa.
This is little Shannon McAvoy we're talking about.
We don't know for certain if Bernard had killed her.
Have you ever thought how Joe and his wife must be feeling?
Of course I have. But we went through it once before, Mum. And the police got it wrong. Look, I don't know what I'm doing, but if they make a mistake this time, I can't just do nothing.
No, neither can I.
You shouldn't have done that.
Andrew, she didn't mean to say anything. She knows she shouldn't have.
She'd better not say anything else. Come on!
quite a crowd. Word travels fast.
Particularly if they've been tipped off from inside.
You're so cynical, Bernard.
What do you want me to say? Tell me what you want me to say. I'll see what I can do.
On the night of Shannon McAvoy's death, you were on those scrubs. Now, come on, Bernard.
Walking my dog. I see the kids playing. I think nothing of it. I go home.
We've got a witness. He says you were watching them that night. You stood in the bushes for quite some time. You frightened them. That they heard Squeal Blake shouting. They ran away. But Shannon stayed.
It frightened them. They ran away. A child told you this? Must be true then.
What is it that you think when you look at him, Bernard? Do you like what you see? Because you like watching them, don't you?
What do you want me to say? That I'm a nonce? I shared a cell with a nonce once who did things to children that'd make your stomach sick. He liked watching children. Signed up for drama classes. Because the room overlooked a kid's playground. You could just catch it if he stood in the right place. There was one kid he really liked. This kid used to get picked on. And it bothered this nonce. It really wound him up. Must have bothered the parents too. Because 2 weeks later the kid was gone. Moved to another school. And that sick man wept. Broke his heart over it. The drama teacher told him to write about it. So he wrote a love story. Because to him it was a love story. To everyone else, he didn't even know the kid. Lisa Ann Croft. 16, just. Born the 23rd of February, 1963. Died 3rd of April, 1979. Bernard Cleve. 10 years served. Conviction quashed on appeal.
Shannon McAvoy. 12. Bludgeoned to death. Signs of sexual activity all over her skirt. We got the powers of forensic now, Bernard. So we'll get you yet.
I can't look after it.
Well, what do you expect me to do with it?
Well, you must have somewhere. What do other people do?
Family.
Bernard's got no family.
A friend, then. You classify as that, don't you?
I couldn't let them beat him up.
Well, some might say he deserved it. Look, we're holding him tonight. Why don't you try the RSPCA?
You actually charged him. You found proof that he's guilty.
He was on the scrubs.
He was walking the dog, wasn't he?
We know about Bernard.
Everyone's always known about Bernard. Is there anything that says any of it's true? Look, I know how busy you are. This is just too easy. You get it wrong again, it won't be just Bernard's blood they're after.
Hey, you charged him, yeah?
Cleve, Bernard. It's just some clothes and stuff.
Friend or family?
I'll have to dock your wages.
I caught the bastard. Trina Park's house. Do you hear what I said? He didn't have to come in yet.
What do you want from me, Bernard? I have my own problems. I didn't come home for this.
I have 10 years of solicitors' letters, trial statements, evidence that never came up in court that I can show you. If they convict me again, it means that there's someone out there that did do it. I don't want it to happen again. There's a library full of court records that show that that trial was corrupt. You're the only one who sees me, Trina. Who doesn't just see me as already guilty. Please.
Squeal just got in my head.
What do you expect if you go protecting murderers?
No. They would have killed him last night. You know it, and for what? You want Squeal to end up inside?
Becca knows what she saw. You're calling my child a liar.
He's not saying that. Mo. Mo! Will you listen? I'm just saying we've made Bernard into the bogeyman. If he's walking the dog and the kids see him, who else are they going to say did it?
Trina, keep your nose out.
Why are you so angry with me?
Because it could have been my daughter. It could have been Becca. If I'd lost her...
Yeah, but if we point the finger the wrong way again, I can't, Mo.
Are you happy to have done it before?
Have you not for one moment suspected that it could be somebody else? You have.
Trina, tell them I won't be in work today.
It was late. It was very late. Shannon said she wanted to stay. She was in a mood because she'd had a row with her dad. I saw someone in the bushes.
I don't know what she's talking about. There was no one. I didn't see anyone. We were just mucking about on the swings and that.
Nick, can you find out when we're getting Bernard's test results? Because I'm really up against it here.
What are you doing here?
Your mother was just showing me the old...
Don't dance.
I've decided you're mad.
Taken you this long to realise, has it? How are you?
The office accounts are a bit AWOL, the Nelson's on the blink.
You hit it, then turn the clock.
But I can do a damn good pot noodle in the kitchen now, and I've managed to dye my shirts a lovely shade of lilac. At the end of the day, I've come to the conclusion I'm not a bad husband. You just stop seeing that.
I don't need you here.
That's all right. Your mother does. I can take her to the day centre, do the shopping, that sort of thing while you're at work.
There's no room.
I've got a B&B up the road.
Roy, I'm not coming home.
Trina, the mountain won't come to Mohammed.
Did you put him up to this?
Give us a happy ending.
You can change the font if you want, or make it bigger.
Right.
You done your homework yet?
It's only maths.
I'll give you a hand if you like. Now, Becca, now. I need you to get on with what you're doing up here. You, close, now.
I thought breakfast was included.
The ketchup still stuck on the cups and the sausages taste fishy. I put the sheets in.
Helps if you switch it on.
Tricky technique, I haven't quite mastered that yet.
Right, it's not going to work.
Right, let's pack our bags and go to Vegas.
It's not funny.
I think it's hysterical that you got upset over my failed flirtation with someone young enough to be my daughter.
But you're pitiful.
I have to agree with you, that's no reason to break a marriage up. I'm a sad, middle-aged man who flattered himself he could look, but had too much to lose to really want to touch.
No, but you wanted to.
I didn't, that's the difference. Trina, I love you, you daft bird.
I know you love me. But I can't feel it. Not everyone knew. You'd go out for lunch with her, and I'd be stuck in the office doing your accounts, waiting for you to come tripping back, giggling like a 14-year-old and smelling of garlic. Everyone was laughing at you, Roy. She was laughing at you. Don't even like garlic.
Trina, I was an idiot, but this is too much. I mean, what's this really about? But don't walk away, I'm not going anywhere.
Fine, because I am. She goes to dance class Tuesdays and Fridays. I'll get the tea.
But where are you off?
The police station. You're not my priority right now.
Well, what is?
You live in my world for a while.
Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry, so is it important?
I'll make it quick. I looked at cuttings from the Lisa Ann inquiry. I'd like to see transcripts of who you interviewed.
Well, we don't release them.
At Lisa Ann's trial, the pathologist's report showed that she ate duck. They found it still in her stomach. She was drunk. Her blood showed a high concentration of sugar. The coroner suggested possibly champagne, definitely bubbly. Now, that smacks of an expensive dinner to me. Bernard is more your pie and chips man. There were cigarette stubs by Lisa Ann's body and car tracks on the scrubs. Bernard did not smoke then. He doesn't drive. An aftershave. They found traces of aftershave on her. What, Bernard at 17? You'd be lucky to get him near a bar of soap. All this was clear at the trial, and yet you still convicted him.
Listen, Trina, I get paid for doing this. Why don't you just leave it to us, eh?
You're coping on your own. There were 10, maybe 15 men who'd all been up the scrubs with her. You talked to them. If you just let me see the interviews. A guy from deliveries. 2 married blokes from Sandbach Way. That many fellas, and they all liked her for a conversation.
Well, I wonder what her trick was then.
They were the ones lying to the wives and kids waiting for them at home, not her. China dust in her lips and hair. When I was a kid, that kicked half the men in my street. And Bernard was the best you could do. But DCI Simons headed the investigation. I just want to talk to him.
No, I would strongly advise against that. Listen, she was hardly Mary Poppins, was she?
Oh, and that makes it all right. Joe McAvoy! You questioned him about that night!
Shannon was a lively girl, with the whole of her life ahead of her. We just can't believe this has happened. If you told us this had happened, it's just Words can't describe it. It's your worst nightmare. That's why people say that. Because it is.
We've got a witness. He says you were watching them that night. You stood in the bushes for quite some time. You frightened them. They ran away. But Shannon stayed.
A child told you this? Must be true then.
Hello, you. Hello, you. Shouldn't you be in bed?
You bed.
Bed.
Not a late one tonight.
Aileen. Am I up to this?
Andrew, I will get you back for after lunch, but someone's going to keep their eye on his sister if she's going to eat. Yogurt, if I get you a yogurt.
Flax crisps.
Can we have some crisps? I've put in a little sandwich for you. Come on, you've got to eat something. Get to the car now. Get to the car now.
Claire, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! It's all right, love. It's all right, love. I'll get this. Katya, take her handbag. Andrew, will you get her stuff on the checkout? Will somebody help me, please?
Let's get you up there. It's all right, come on, love, I'll take you home.
This was a favourite.
Shannon got hay fever. Chronic in August. This would have been murder for her.
Claire.
We don't know each other. You were at my wedding and we've hardly ever spoken.
Except at parents' evenings. Did Shannon tell you about us? Joe thinks Shannon told you.
He gave himself away. How could he tell her off for acting like a teenager when he was doing just the same? Sometimes I wonder if he even liked her.
Do you think he might have done it?
Everyone says Bernard did it.
I don't mean Bernard Cleve.
Lavery?
Mr. Simons. Trina. Good of you to see me.
You've seen he's been arrested.
Not before time.
You think he's guilty?
Call it instinct.
Or corruption? I'm not trying to point the finger here. I'm just trying to find out what happened.
Yeah, I get people like you coming up here from time to time.
journalists, do-gooders. His MP was in the case for years, desperate for me to admit I was wrong. It's as if they think I'm going to change my mind on it. But I know a criminal when I see one.
His conviction was quashed.
Another young girl has just died.
What if he's cleared of this one as well?
He won't be.
There were several other likely suspects.
He didn't offer an alibi when we brought him in, you know. Wept like a baby in his prison cell, and yet he wouldn't even tell us where he'd been that night. That was evidence enough for me.
There was nothing that matched Bernard to that crime. There has never been anything to match Bernard to anything, yet you didn't pursue any other lines of investigation.
Not necessary. I console myself with the thought that at least I kept some girl safe for the 10 years that pervert was inside.
You gave Bernard that label.
Good officer, listens to his community. This case will prove me right.
Did you corrupt his evidence?
I reserve my right to silence.
Not if you're wrong.
When a youngster's murdered, they beg you to find someone. They point the finger at someone. If you can't deliver,
Bernard's results. They're clear.
Yeah. All right. Just look at the other men on the scrubs that night. Squeal Blake for a start. Get the lab to prioritise his DNA.
He's not tested yet. Missed 2 appointments.
We'll chase him up. I want the father brought in and all. Right. Right, we better release Bernard. Listen. If it ain't Cleve, then it's someone else, and we need to find him. So come on, sup up, buck up, let's get on with the job. Okay. Hiya. Glad I caught you. Got a minute?
I was just on my way to see you.
Bernard's test is clear.
Who else are you?
Joe McAvoy. Bringing him in now.
I saw DCI Simons.
Yeah, he was a good copper once.
What do you want?
Well, if it's not Bernard, I want to know who it is. Transcript of all the suspects interviewed at the time of Lisa Ann's death. I want to know about the people close to her. You're close to Lisa Ann.
I don't know him. Don't know him either. Suppose they could have worked locally, but probably moved away by now. This isn't Bernard.
No. No, well, he didn't give much of an alibi, so maybe they filled it in a bit, plumped it up a little bit.
She didn't deserve this.
Would you help me, Trina? No, I don't know these people.
We were just a normal gang of mates. At least I thought we were. I suppose we had our secrets. Joe always had an eye for the girls. First one to get the suit and the job.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think he ever told Squeal about him and Lisa Ann. They were best mates and Joe knows his temper.
Are you sure about this?
Squeal would have bottled him. And it was only a rumour. But Squeal's never been the sort to forgive or forget. Not when it came to Lisa Ann. And we all knew that. You met your match when you met Lisa Ann.
Shannon was a lively girl, with the whole of her life ahead of her. We just can't believe this has happened.
Now, it's been confirmed that you had a row with Shannon that night.
It was just teenage stuff, nothing important.
Teenagers are a handful.
I manage a staff section of over 200 employees. I think one teenager is within my capabilities.
Well, even when that teenager threatens a comfortable affair?
You're talking about my child. I wouldn't kill my own daughter.
Well, you'd let her hang out on the scrubs at night on her own. And you visit your girlfriend without even finding out if your 12-year-old had got home safely.
I regret that.
Well, enough to end your affair? No, it must be easier without Shannon around. I think she was threatening to tell someone, am I right? Children, they're inquisitive, aren't they? They're insightful. They don't miss much.
I don't see the relevance of this. You're going to have to let me go home.
You've had other affairs before, haven't you? You gave evidence at the Lisa Ann Croft murder trial. In fact, you were the last to see her the night of her death. I walked Lisa Ann Croft as far as the scrubs. She'd had a row with her boyfriend, Squeal, Stephen Blake. Lisa Ann was always hard to handle. Were you having an affair with Lisa Ann at the time?
What has that got to do with anything? That was years ago.
That's nice aftershave. Have you always worn it?
Let me in, Ruby. I need to talk to you. Let me in, Ruby. Ruby? Let me in. Please.
You make the pillow all wet.
Don't fancy spending all pissing night here. Babysitting and nonce. What the hell are we doing?
Can we just have the light on for a minute?
It's not so bad if you sit close. I've read whole books this way.
You ever thought of buying a torch? You know, I keep reading these interviews with with all these different blokes, and I just want to say that's not her, Lisa Ann. No, she doesn't do that. No, she wasn't there that night. That night we were reading photo love stories and tie-dyeing our jeans. But she was. So what does that make me?
15.
You knew, didn't you?
I knew a few. Harmless enough blokes who took her up there for wanted love, I suppose.
And they couldn't find it at home.
Not that sort, I guess.
You never told me. Probably a good job. I would have told everyone.
The wives, the kids, broke all their hearts too. Do you remember Benny Morris?
Outside Benny.
I used to see him coming back from the scrubs, all smiles.
It's just the way he looked.
Oh, she did that for him. Broke his heart when she dumped him.
You never said. Bernard, we were friends. Is that what she did to someone that day? Half these blokes don't even have a decent alibi.
Doesn't make a man guilty, though.
Bernard. The night Lisa Ann died, you wouldn't tell the police where you were. If you'd given them an alibi, where were you?
I was at the Benny Arcade.
Why didn't you say that?
Because...
Because what?
Trina...
If you'd given the police something...
Look, I'd just like to go there.
It would have been better than nothing.
Trina... They've done it up since we were kids, and it's nice now, and... Some of the games are a bit violent.
You're a bit old for slot machines.
Trina...
Oh, Bernard, why didn't you say?
I like to watch them. Children. When I see a girl, a little girl, it makes my heart beat very fast.
You're telling me this now?
I never touch them. I never do anything.
After all this? You're saying to me...
Never touch them. Trina!
Trina? Trina? Oh, how'd you do that?
Look, nothing, it's a scratch.
It's all right, love. It's only a scratch. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Just put it under the water. What's the matter?
What have I done?
What?
I've gone mad!
It's okay.
It's Bernard! They're right! They're all right!
Calm, will you, love? Just try and calm, eh? Come on. It'll be all right. It doesn't make him a murderer.
You want to break both his legs, and we both know it.
If he doesn't do anything. Looking is not the same as touching.
Don't you dare try and get one over with this one. I know exactly what you're up to.
Trina, give me a break. I'm trying to do my best here. It's hard suddenly being married to Agatha Christie. I'm saying if he just looks.
Do you honestly believe that?
Love, you walked out on a good marriage, a business, a life, and now you won't come back. I believe you need to sort something out here before you can come home.
You're the children. What am I doing?
Don't ask me. You don't trust your own husband at the moment, but the local oddball. When evil knocks upon your door, don't turn your back and just ignore. To treat an enemy as 'twere a friend is sure to win the battle in the end.
Trina!
Some book or other.
Not as thick as you look, are you?
Trina?
What do I do now, Roy?
You could try blowing your nose for a start. Hmm?
I was on the night shift, so it's his turn now. I'm Aileen.
Hi.
Nice to meet you at last. Is it all right if I go back to bed? There's another bottle in the fridge if he needs it.
It's lucky he's got your wife's looks.
Yeah, well, that was a close call. So?
The aftershave was blue Savannah. Bernard's solicitor checked it out at the time, but it was never used in court.
So Bernard gave you this? You talked? Is it useful?
Yeah, he just said how we used to go down the penny arcade. His kid stuff. It's funny. Things Bernard remembers. I think I must have been looking the other way.
I called the temp agent so they can do my cover.
Why won't you talk to me?
I wanted to get someone in a day earlier, but Trina's in later, so...
What have I done, Ruby? You don't have to leave the job.
I saw Claire.
I need you, Ruby. I've never needed you so much.
She thinks you killed your own daughter.
And what do you think?
What does it matter what I think? Your wife suspects you. What kind of a man does that make you either way? You need to go home to Claire. I don't want you anymore.
We're not working with him, Mr. Dillon.
Let me do my job.
You want to keep us on shop floor?
I'm not causing any
Sorry,
trouble.
Michael, but that's the way it is.
No, it's all right, Michael. It's all right. Leave this to me.
Just want to work.
Come on! Fight back, you bastard!
I'll leave it now.
Hit me!
Yeah, bastard.
No, stop it! Stop it! Why are you doing this?
He didn't do it! His test was clear. It wasn't him. It wasn't.
Why didn't you tell them?
And turn this black sheep white? What difference would it make?
You weren't just walking the dog that night on the scrubs, were you?
No.
You were watching them. Watching Shannon and the girls.
Yeah.
You know, you're a mystery to me, Bernard. I really want to hate you. I really want to just walk away, but...
I'm quiet. I don't disturb them. You were still playing when I left.
You should have told them to go home.
Excuse me. I think someone ought to see this. Okay, would you like to take a seat, please?
Stephen, will you stop licking that bottle, you weird bugger?
Oh, here she is. About time and a half.
Hiya.
What's going on?
Nice campaign.
What if I left it to you lot? I don't have to talk to you. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, you left the pub early the night of Shannon's death, Mr. Blake.
I was looking for Becca. Stopped off at the Scrubs. Called her name a couple of times. I was half cut. I gave up as soon as I started. You know this? Mo, what's going on?
Look at me, will you? You've missed your test twice, Mr. Blake. Now, what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid you'll file us all into a neat line. Make us all go through the whole humiliating rigmarole again, and for what?
No, we've got the power of forensic now.
Well, that's meant to make me feel better. A test, and I'm meant to believe you get it right.
I remember what you and your boot boys did when Lisa Ann died. Yeah, you treat people like nothing. Made me stand in a line with a gang of perverts and rejects and other poor sods you pulled in when I'd lost someone too. And you come in here again expecting me to jump when you call. She was my girlfriend! Hearing what she did to me. Knowing the way she could make you feel. How you could love her. How she could make you love her so much. Look at you. You want me to take your poxy little test? Okay, no problem. Anything to make your life easier, I'll take it. Right now. Come on, then. Come on. I've done nothing wrong, but you obviously think I have. Mo?
These overalls belong to you.
Where'd you get these?
I gave them to him.
What I don't understand. Mo, tell me.
Is it Shannon's blood?
Washed out blood.
Mr. Blake, I'm arresting you for the murder of Shannon McAvoy. Now, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You do not mention something when questioned that you may later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given as evidence.
It wasn't him. You can't take him. It wasn't him. It wasn't my dad. It wasn't.
Please, just try. I won't be cross.
We promised we wouldn't say anything. We promised him we wouldn't say anything.
Who? Becca? Is someone threatening you?
We promised Andrew we wouldn't say. Dad said Bernard did it. We were just mucking about. I weren't doing nothing. Shannon started it. Wanted Andrew to kiss her. He didn't want to at the beginning. And then he kissed her. And there was someone in the bushes and my dad shouted for us.
Was he cross?
He would have gone mad. He hates me out with the lads on the scrubs. We ran and I thought Andrew was with us and Shannon, but I watched telly when I got back. Mum must have been at Nana's to pick up our Stephen and Lee. There was like this knocking. Andrew was out the back with blood on him. I started crying and I kept saying, "What's happened?" I gave him some of my dad's overalls to wipe himself with. And he stuffed him behind the machine and he said everything would be alright. I watched telly until Mum got back. I told Katya. She says Andrew didn't do it. She's his sister. My dad said Bernard did it. Everyone says Bernard must have done it.
Ministers will meet to discuss the proposed asylum reform. An unnamed 13-year-old youth is being held for questioning in connection with the recent murder of 12-year-old Shannon McAvoy. The body of the young girl was discovered on Cobden Scrubland, and police have issued a number of appeals in the course of their investigation. The local boy, believed to be a close friend of the deceased, has not yet been charged.
Mo, it's Andrew Mason. They brought him in.
Come in.
No, I just wanted to tell you. I'm having Katya. Ruby's still down at the station.
Mo?
You were right, Trina. I always thought it was someone else.
don't want to have to look at you. Turn around, Mum. Promise me you won't look at me. Promise me, don't. We're kissing. I don't want to. I've done it before. I'm not scared. It's just today, I don't want to. I didn't hear Becca's dad at first. The girls did. When they ran off, that was when I realised it was only me and her and him.
Him? Who is it, Andrew? Andrew.
I heard.
Wasn't even born when Lisa Ann was alive.
Well, you don't know the kid did it.
No, it's just been a waste of time.
Trina.
All of it.
I'm in the middle of something.
Right. I just wanted to make sure you'd heard.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Is you for the station? Cleve?
No, it's ground floor. Are you sure?
Yeah, rang half an hour ago.
Shannon wouldn't stop laughing at him. She kept saying things to him. Like horrible things. Laughing her head off and saying, "Come on. What you hiding for?"
Who, Andrew? Who is it that's watching you?
I told her to stop pulling at me. To stop yanking at it. Because it was sort of hurting. And I could feel it all coming really quick. Too quick. All down her skirt.
Trina, he's probably just going out.
Where?
I don't know, his friends or somewhere.
He hasn't got friends.
He doesn't need you staking him out outside his home.
Right, I'm serious.
He's got quite a lot of luggage for a night out.
I can see he's getting really angry. Shannon just keeps saying stuff to him. Shouting stuff. So I tell her to stop it now, Shannon. But then she says, "Come on. Did you like that?" Saying stuff like that to him. Till he hates it. He hates her. He gets so angry. And he hits her. And she stops laughing. And he hits her again. She makes this noise. And she's gonna speak. And he hits her again. I don't know. I think she's dead. She's really heavy. I can't do nothing except move her. And he tells me. Because I can't tell anyone. Because I was there. And they'll say I did it. And there's blood on me. girls have gone. So who else could have done it? He says I can't say anything. It wasn't me, Mum. It wasn't me.
Just say his name, Andrew. Andrew, would you just say his name?
No. No. He says you won't believe me. He says you never believe people.
Trina, are you sure?
I'm all right, Roy. I just want to talk to him, find out where he's going. It's Bernard. It's all right.
Emergency, which service?
What happened to goodbye? Where are you going?
Away.
Where? You've been through worse than this, Bernard. You can't give up now. You're not running away. You are. I'm shaking.
What are you shaking for?
I don't know. You tell me, Bernard. He's 13. A 13-year-old schoolboy. If you know something, you can't just go.
Can't I?
I think you're better than that.
No.
I think you are.
You know I'm not. In France, they call it a crime of passion.
They wouldn't.
What I feel is love. Good or bad love, it's what I feel. When you feel that child knows you, looks at you, smiles at you, almost flirts with you, you can't bear to see her. Knickers round her ankles, saying things, laughing at you. If you love someone, Trina.
It's a child.
They call us short eyes inside.
And Lisa Ann?
Oh, it's long gone. Will you stop looking?
At you?
Wrong man.
You know, don't you? Please, Bernard. Tell me.
And maybe break a heart.
Bernard.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, got the month of May. I guess you say what? What?
Don't rub the day job.
My girl, talking about my girl.
Lord.
Shh, I'm concentrating on the high notes. Much try.
You smell terrible.
Aftershave back of the bathroom cabinet. Looks like your dad's.
Trina. Yeah, I'm coming.
Do you think it's past its sell-by date?
Snowing in here.
Couldn't unscrew the lid.
I do not expect this treatment all the time.
Almost healed. Thank you, Trina.
For what?
For coming home. Come on.
Mum? Some of these things are ancient. Lisa Ann? Please, Bernard. Tell me.
And maybe break a heart.
Dad.
Snuck in while you weren't looking.
I thought all men had two left feet.
Can we let this go now, Mum?
Why not?
You all right, love?